We knew we obviously after last week we needed to stay more compact. Thought we did a really good job in the first half. We knew as the second half went on that it would open up a little bit. We were able to get 2 goals, obviously, but we couldn't close out the 3 points. It's kind of frustrating, but it is what it is. So we'll take a point on the road and then look to regroup for the next weekend.
And then maybe you can walk us through your goal a little bit. Seems like a good ball in and a good finish, right?
Yeah, Zach and I talk a lot. So he got the ball in the pocket, he was able to turn, and then I just spun and I just gave him a shot, and he gave me a really good ball, and I just took my touch and just tried to finish far post.
Thank you, Charlie.
Do you guys think that you lost the focus at the end to end up with that tie?
I don't know if we would say we lost the focus. I thought there was a lot going on in the match today from the first half, from losing our 2 players hitting heads, one getting subbed out, the other one getting subbed out at the end of the second half. So I thought, like I said, a lot went on. We showed some resilience today, able to sneak out a point on the road. So we're happy with our performance today. And like I said, just take the point on the road and look to regroup.
Any other questions for Brian in the room? Robin?
I guess more for your season so far. You're off to a good start. Just how much of an improvement from last year's team to this year's team have you seen so far?
Yeah, a lot more character. Like I said, we had really good preseason. We trained really hard on mechanics and the tactics that the coach wanted us to do. So he believes in us, and if we believe in the system, then obviously so far we're off to a good start. So we just have to keep working hard. Still a long season ahead of us, and we don't want to get ahead of ourselves.
Any more questions in the room before we move to the Zoom? Okay, great. Nate, any questions on the Zoom?
Yeah, Brandon, go ahead.
Thanks, Nate. Hey, Brian, congratulations on the goal today. Just maybe walk us through that one.
I think it came from our left side, maybe with Max. Zach showed in the pocket. I tried to run him behind, I think. Zach showed in the pocket. I gave him a shot that he was able to turn, and he ran towards the toe, I believe, and then I just gave him a shot. He slipped me in, and just tried to finish far post.
Is that linked up something that you guys have practiced in training sessions, or is that just a middle of the game kind of thing?
Maybe a little bit of both, I would say. Just the mechanics that we try to work on and build up and in our tactics, and it was able to come off today.
And I'm just curious on Balou's goal there. Just what did you see from your vantage point? Him running through on goal there on the breakaway.
I think it stemmed from a long ball, and I just tried to get pressure because I think it was a looped long ball. And I think just maybe a bad back pass, and Balou was able to run in on it and just was able to slot it.
Well, I think that in the first half, all these situations of the concussion, we had to do some changes. Also, the other team lose one player with an injury. This made a little bit that everything was like very cold, for the players. We started to realize that we wanted to win the game more on the second half. So I think first half was a weird 45 minutes. So we started to play like a game of 45 minutes in the second half when both of the teams started to show what they wanted to do.
You guys, you're obviously frustrated when you concede late at the end like that, but it seemed like you guys were particularly annoyed. Was there like a foul that you saw in the box on the goal or something?
Yeah, this situation of the last goal starts in a throw-in that is a clear throw-in for us, okay? And they gave a throw-in for York, and then the situation started over there. So small details make big difference, not only for players, also for the refereeing. I think that we'll have to help each other because we have to help each other. But the reality is that they have to be conscious that the small situations, small details make big difference.
Coach, so far in the game, what did you learn from your players? Any improvements are you planning to get from them?
Of course. I think that the team showed today big personality. very big personality. After a big defeat, after losing 2 players because of the concussion, after trying to change and modify the plan of the game because of these situations, I felt that we never went out of the game, that we were focused in all moment, and I felt that we were more the image of the team that we gave in the first 2 rounds than last week. I think that I'm proud of the image of the player, but I'm not surprised about the personality that they show, because I know that they have players with big personality.
Close, Coach, you were very close to come out with a win. Are you gonna tell them something to keep avoid these little mistakes, because almost at the end you could end up with a win?
Yeah, but I think that today wasn't because of our mistakes. Clearly, I think that I have nothing to say to players. I think that they managed well the second half. They managed well the first half, and today wasn't about ourselves. I think that the little mistakes were from another part of the field, not from our field.
Any other questions in the room for Coach? Robin?
I guess, well, the improvement you've shown so far this season versus last year, you're right now middle of the pack. I guess this was your first road game, though?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, you've got to get points in these road games. So how satisfied were you? Well, except at the end, you almost had it.
We always go to any game to try to get the 3 points. So the reality is that we cannot be happy with this draw. Of course, we take 1 point home. That at the end of the day is better than 0 points. But we are ambitious. We have to forget about last season, because the reality is that we are in this season, in a new season, with a new squad, with a new staff, with a new everything. So I think that thinking too much about last season is losing time. So we look forward, and of course today I think that we deserved a little bit more, but because of these small details, we go home with 1 point only.
Darnell?
What do you think about that first goal which was scored against Ottawa, and the defensive effort on that?
We are humans, and soccer is a sport of mistakes. Usually, it's a sport of mistakes. So, we have to improve some situations. We have to try to avoid small mistakes, and we will work on it. We are working already on it, but in some moments, we have to keep more control of certain situations that we have to avoid. At the end of the day, we have to try to avoid certain situations.
Well, I mean, I don't want to speak about the past too much. We're now trying to build a team that wants to win, and we'll do anything to win, fight tooth and nail, and showed a great character to fight to the end there, and to get back in the game. So it's nice to see. You always want a team that'll just fight to the bitter end, and they gave everything they had today, and just fell short in a few little things.
Charlie?
It seemed like sorry.
Cool.
Yeah. The 2 halves seemed quite different. It really opened up in the second half. Do you think anything in particular changed at around halftime, or was it just kind of the match waiting to kind of break open like that?
I think the match was waiting to break open a little bit. They, they're very organized. They sit in deep block. They don't let you inside very easy, and you have to go over around them. And we weren't having too much joy, to be honest. We tried a couple different things, but we started creating chances near the end, but we were opening up a bit too much for my liking at times, and they were able to catch us on the counter. So, it's kind of two sides of the coin. You want to open up to get through them, but you don't open up too much that you give them something going the other way.
You were able for a little bit there towards the end to get all 3 of those strikers on the pitch at the same time with Austin and Llewellyn and Osazi. Just how important is it to you guys to have those attacking players with slightly different characteristics, and they're able to play off each other?
Yeah, I think it's really important, because you can do a lot of different things late in the game. Like you said, playing all 3 of them. 2 of them were playing as wingers, which they have the ability to do, and it did help. It gave us another dimension. Austin with his power and pace and can drive, and besides he's nifty and trigger, but they all can kind of dribble and create in their own way as well. So it adds another dimension. It's difficult for defenders, but all 3 of them are big, strong, and powerful.
Coach, I see two totally different teams. One, when you make the change with Richie, I see that you guys were more proactive. Is in your plans to bring Richie more often, like at the beginning of the game?
So really the plan right now for Richie is to slowly introduce him. He's been out 7 months with a knee injury, so we don't want to give him too much too soon, because what will end up happening, as we saw last week, unfortunately, a player who had the same injury pull his hamstring, which can happen. So we're trying to slowly introduce him to the game, not give him too much, because we don't want him to get injured. So the whole point is to keep him going on the right track. And next game we'll maybe make him available for more minutes. So he feels good and he wants to go, but we're actually holding the reins on him a bit, because we want to slowly introduce him instead of just go start and see what happens. We think that's a bit dangerous at this stage for him.
Do you think the chemistry from Richie, the Rosario, and Johnson will be more effective if you keep them more often?
Yeah, I think it will be. I think anytime players get a chance to play with each other more often, they'll connect better. So, we'll see going forward. We got another week of training for our next game, a tough one here again. So, we'll approach the week the same as we approach every week, and see what our best options are for the game ahead.
Chris, you've been patient there. Can you remember another time in your career where you got a red card in the 90th and ended up tying or winning the game?
Yeah, no, I can't. So, it was an interesting last 10 minutes of the game, to say the least. Gifting them a breakaway, and then red card, and then scoring. So, it was exciting last 10 minutes for anyone who stayed all the way to the end.
Make that drink a little sweeter tonight, maybe after the game.
Yeah, it's getting that goal does make it sweeter, but I think it was definitely still over the run of the game, and the team coming sitting back, it was 2 points dropped.
Ibrahim.
First, I would like to know the injury situation in Oliver.
Oliver first, it was hamstring. Don't know how bad it is. It just has a tweak in his hamstring, so he felt it. We'll have to get some imaging and see where he's at.
And this fixture concludes the pack for April. 4 games, a win, 2 draws, and 1 defeat. How do you assess it?
Yeah, I think we've been a little bit unlucky, to be honest, to only have to be at that, because the first game we didn't deserve to lose. Didn't get the rub of the green and some calls and what have you, but I think tonight another one. It's a game that we we're in control of for most of it, and kind of gifted them some goals, in my opinion. So poor defending on the first one in transition, and an absolute gift on the second one. So I think they had 2 shots and 2 goals, I think. So I can't remember another one they had. So it's I think we're doing well. We're not giving many chances away. I'd like to see us create more like we did last week, but I think we got a good team, and I think if we keep at it and keep working hard, we're going to be a really good team.
And it looks like there are no easy games this time, because the next Friday there's another big derby against Porsche. How is the build-up going to be like based on this result?
It's not going to change the way we look at the next game. We'll look at this Sunday morning with the players, the good, bad, and the ugly, and then show them where we need to be better, and what was good. So we'll rehash this on Sunday, and then we'll move on and start looking at Forge on Monday.
Any other questions in the room for the gaffer? Fight to the end here. Ben, first.
First, you had your Rosario on the wing there in the last 20 minutes or so. What did you see from him in his performance outline?
Yeah, he's big, strong, and athletic, and can run. He's not afraid of playing anywhere you put him up front, to be honest. So he did a good job. I just felt that I wanted to get Lowell on the pitch, and to do that, I had to put Osazi wide, and he did a good job. So it's somewhere that we know he can play. We warned him at halftime too. So, and he was like, "Yeah, play anywhere."
Giancarlo, Drew, waiting patiently.
Also build off on that question, like you were around his dad too, like you witnessed his work ethic. What have you seen from Osazi's work ethic that impresses you?
Yeah, I mean he's young, enthusiastic, athletic. He you know, and like everyone in our group, they come to work. You know, they don't shy away from work, and that's what they need to do to get better. So they're all working every day, and Osagie brings it every day, works hard. He's hungry to prove himself. So he's had a good start to the season, and he's got to continue, right?
Darnell?
Are you think you'll have to keep him to specialized penalty taker or for other confidence for taking that?
Yeah, we have a few guys that were comfortable with taking penalties. He stepped up confidently and took it today, which you know you like your strikers to do, right? Strikers want to score goals and don't want to shy away from those moments. So, yeah, confidently took the ball and was ready and took a good penalty.
Yeah, I mean, we're frustrated. I think we overall dominated the game. I just think we played a bit slow. We need to be a little bit quicker in the final third. We need to get more shots on target. I think we're lacking that. We weren't getting too many chances. And you can see they're sitting back there waiting for their one chance. And it's hoping that we make a mistake. And to be honest, they had, two chances, and they finished both of them. So we just got to clean things up. It's frustrating in the end because I think we deserved more than what we just got.
The goal, though, I mean, I think we're more used to seeing you score with your head in the boot. Just it's got to be a good feeling to score the equalizer at home there like that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, down to 10 men, we're down a goal as well. So to get anything out of the game, I think it was a much needed goal. So I'm fortunate enough to put that away.
Yeah. Any other questions for Zats? Goodness, you're getting off that lightly, Darnell.
Yeah, just specifically that, could you speak, I guess, to the mentality on the field when you go down with 10 men and suddenly 2 minutes later, the pressure's on and you're managing to win that goal?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, the character from the boys was phenomenal. It's kind of tough where you concede a goal to then wake up and then start playing with a little bit more passion and liveliness. But in the end, it was good character to fight back and get something out of the game. So you could see we fought hard and we deserved something in that game. So it was good from the boys to be able to battle back.
Robin, did you have a question?
Well, I guess looking forward, because you've got one more home game before you are away for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, your home stand. Are you satisfied with it? How you've done with so many new players in the team versus the points you do have and don't?
No, I wouldn't say we're satisfied. You're at home, that's your advantage. You have the crowd behind you. You're coming in here trying to get 3 points every single day. So no, I wouldn't say we're satisfied. So we still got some things to work on moving forward.
Ben, and then Ibrahim will come to you.
You've been in this league since the first season, and now a month into the third season now. What have you sort of seen from this league in 3 seasons of the Allen games?
Yeah, I think it's grown a lot, I would say. We're starting to get a little bit more traction. It's good. There's a lot of talent. We just got to keep going with that. I think it's great for all the young guys coming in. You can see our team, one of the youngest teams, and there's a lot of players who are excelling. So I think it's great to see, and hopefully we don't get any more pandemics coming, so we can actually move forward and excel, and hopefully things go well in this league.
What a quote machine. Ibrahim.
Though your partnership with Roger last season, he was out for a chunk of the season.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't see games alongside Jordan. It looks like he's staying fit and he's getting the job done. How is your partnership with him like about the game?
Yeah, no, brilliant partnership. I think he's a phenomenal player. He's a leader. He's the captain of the team, so he brings a lot to the game. Him and I have a great relationship, so I think that does help. So yeah, Jordan also played last year with me, and we also had a good partner. So the three of us are able to kind of lock things down. Obviously, it wasn't ideal, but I think we are building a lot, able to kind of move forward with that this year.